welcome back to the real world. It's such an interesting thing. Lashon Hara, at least from my standpoint, like Chazal say, Kulam, every single person is, at some point, is challenged with the obstacle of not being able to talk Lashon Hara. But the Chavetz Chaim says that people say, Chazal say that everybody speaks, everybody slips up, so it's okay. And they use it as a heter, and that's not what it's saying. It's saying that it's a lifelong struggle. If you live with other people, and you relate to other people in any meaningful way, so Lashon Hara is an Avaida. And as you get older, you realize that it's a lot harder than it seems, but it's also a lot easier than it seems, at least if you're a person who likes to talk like I do. You find in this week's parasha, Bada Dieshev, the Mitzvah, the Einish, the punishment, the penalty for Mitzvah. He has to go out of the camps, out of all three camps. He has to sit alone. And Chazal say that that's called Chashav Kames. He's considered as if he's dead. He's not connected to other people. Solitude. He's completely alone. And that's, I guess, a form of death. Life involves other people. You see the phrases and the terms used by Lashon Hara have a lot to do with death. Tumah is really an expression of death, of the impurity that comes from being removed. But the antidote to Lashon Hara is always Mia Ish HaChavetz Chaim is in the Torah L'Shain Chemera. The opposite of Lashon Hara is Chaim, is being alive, and I think maybe the depth of it. There was in Lubavitch, one of the rabbis was Shalom Ber. They called him Rashab in Lubavitch. Was a child. He was playing with another boy. And the boy jostled him, he pushed him into a pit. And the boy looked down at him into the pit and said, "See, I'm much taller than you." So the Rashab was a child, he said, somebody who's taller than another person because he pushed him down isn't really taller at all. That means you're not bigger than me because you pushed me down. That's not the way to be taller than another person. And what he was saying was that a person has two ways of knowing he's great. He could know he's great because he essentially is doing great things and feels good about what he's doing, or he could just put down everybody around him. So you could say, I'm the best person here. Look, nobody else on the block is ready for Pesach yet, and I'm the first one ready for Pesach. I'm so much better than them. Or they could just do their in-house stock taking and find ways to make themselves feel good. A Baal Lashon Hara clearly gets his identity and his way of feeling good and his sense of security from putting other people down. Shlomo Freifeld said that, quoted really from earlier people, from the Mechaber, the Shav Shmaitza, that a mikveh is called Mayim Chayim because the water is its own essential life-giving force. It's a wellspring that comes directly from the ground. Mayim that comes out of your sink and you put it into a cup is not Mayim Chayim. You got it from other places. Mayim Chayim is self-sufficient supply of water. He says Chayim, Chias, is anybody who's self-sufficient. Rahman al-Aslan, you go to the hospital. We should never deal with the people who are on life support. Are they alive? They're alive. They're technically alive and they're halachically alive. But are they alive? That they need a machine to breathe for them? See, he says, human life, of Shlomo Freifeld says, is the same thing. Somebody who needs other people to feel good about himself is really not alive, right? Because his whole sense of chiyas comes. Somebody whose life comes from the fact of, look at my marriage, look at my avodas Hashem, look what I'm doing in my job, look at my children, look at whatever the thing that a person does to build themselves up. He doesn't have to come out of other people. He is truly alive. So the antidote to Lashon Hara, Dafka, is Rahman al something that is a form of death, Bada Dieshev, which Chazal say is like a maze, because it's a chance for a person to think you're really dead. The Torah is telling you you're not alive if you need to come out to other people, if you need to put in other people to feel good about yourself. The way out of Lashon Hara is seeing other people only in ways that make you better at what you're doing. You're inspired by another person, say, look how they're doing it, I want to do this better as well. And that's how you can become great, and that's how you can live.